I want to start out today by trying to take a step back to understand the prospect that we're trying to reach through email, or that we're trying to prospect to and that we're trying to sell to. And I want you to stop to think about these four different characteristics of the prospect that you're trying to reach. One is the prospects we're trying to prospect to are extremely busy. Especially if you're doing B2B prospecting. Ideally, you're probably calling into maybe a manager level and above, a decision maker level. These people are extremely busy. I don't think that we need to explain that or that that's arguable. The other thing is that those individuals get a lot of emails from salespeople. They're probably getting emails from your direct competitors, and they're getting emails from salespeople that have nothing to do with what you sell. There's probably a lot of different things that go into the person that you're trying to reach. The other thing to keep in mind is that the person that you're trying to sell to is likely not in buying mode at the time that you hit send on your perfectly worded email that you send over to them. When they receive your email, most likely they're not sitting there thinking about what is the pricing for whatever you sell. Or needing to buy whatever you sell. It's not to say that they haven't thought about that recently or it's not coming up in the near future, but when they receive your unsolicited or cold email, they're just likely not in buying mode. The other thing is that prospects will delete many emails without reading a lot of the message. I mean, if we kind of give them the benefit of the doubt to say that they're not just deleting emails without looking at them at all, I mean, we might do that if we're cleaning out our junk folder or maybe even our promotional items folder. But if you get an email in your inbox, you are going to at least look at it in some way or another. I mean, what you may end up dealing with is your prospect being extremely high in an organization and they have someone else reading their email, which is a whole nother challenge. But if we just assume that they are physically the person that receives your email, it's safe to assume that they will delete a lot of those emails without reading them to the fullest. They're going to glance at them real quickly, make a decision to delete. And we could call that the instant delete. Now, so these are four characteristics that are going on with your prospect. You could maybe add a fifth to say that prospects don't respond to your emails or my emails or anyone's emails. They're not responsive. But the reality is I believe that is more of a symptom of these four things. The fact that a prospect doesn't respond, it can be traced back to they don't respond because they're busy. They don't respond because they get a lot of emails from salespeople. They don't respond because they're not physically in buying mode for what you sell right now. And they don't respond because they instant delete a lot of emails, and they might be instant deleting yours. So your real concern is, how do I get these people to respond so I can get engaged? And that's probably the bigger concern that you have, or the thing that you want to resolve. And so the way I look at things is, it's sort of like if I was a doctor, I would prefer to treat the root cause instead of trying to treat the symptoms. And so the symptom is that they're not responding. Well, what if we modify how we email prospects so that we deal with these issues? And so that's what we're going to focus here on today, is making small changes, very practical and easy to implement changes that address these things and that lead to a result of being able to get engaged with prospects. And I'm not going to lie to say that I have a magic bullet here that I'm going to show you here and it's just going to transform everything and prospects are going to respond and to all your emails. That's not going to happen. I mean, even if you're still going to deal with prospects not responding. And by the way, I'll talk in a minute that getting the prospect to respond is probably not our real goal, and we should modify our plan so that we're not waiting around for them to respond. But I just want to level set that we're going to make some changes that will improve your results over you still have to work hard. You're still going to have to send emails. You're still going to have to pursue prospects. But when you modify how you're doing things, overall you're going to, I feel very comfortable saying you should see an improvement in your results. And that could even be immediate in terms of immediate short-term improvements.